What is the biggest turnoff to you?
Bad breath.
Man, smelt your breath from here when you did that. Really like a fan of shit in my face.
Oh my god, don't give me a gas mask, he stinks.
Shitty breath bang. Whatever. Shitty breath. Shitty breath. Hi ho, shitty breath. Shitty
breath, bang.
Hi ho, shitty breath. Shitty breath. Shitty breath. And I love you. Hi ho, smelly breath. Stop doing that, honestly.
Hi ho, shitty breath. Shitty breath.
I'm about to pass out.
That's crazy. Just give me a whiff. Shit. I smell that. No. Are you?
We'll see what you ate in a second.
You gotta do it.
They get the action camera on.
Yeah. You really have a special power, Jeffrey.
What does Stacy's breath smell like? Oh, I feel so...
You know what halitosis is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've smelled someone with halitosis, you know what I mean. Like instantly, like your nose smells it. You start making you're already making the face. That's what it is.
Recently, I was on a dating app, right? And I was out with my friends, and some girl that I had matched with had messaged me and was like, yo, do you want to stay over tonight? It was like a Saturday or Friday night. I was like, bet, sure. Now, this, as I'm getting older, when people are that easy, not that easy is a bad thing, but when it's that easy, something is weird. Something weird's going on. I wrote back, yeah, I'm down to sleep over. She was like, you want to just come to this bar real quick that we're at before I go home? Me and my friends were all like out. I was like, bet. So I linked her at this bar. She's there with a couple of friends. I'm talking to them. I'm getting to know them or whatever. I start to stand next to the girl that I'm supposed to be hooking up with. When I tell you I smelled the worst smell I've ever smelled. I'm not just talking, oh, she had the worst breath I've ever smelled. I'm talking this was the worst smell of all time, okay? It was so rancid. And it's her breath. And I'm like, is this her breath? Like, I'm like, fuck, this is her breath. And then her friends are looking at us standing next to each other. And they're like, oh my God, you guys look so cute. Kiss each other. Kiss. And she kind of is like waiting for me. And I'm kind of like going like this. You know, I'm not trying to really kiss. And I was trying to think of any excuse to try to save everyone's feelings. So I was like, oh, I just don't really like PDA. I'm not a PDA type of guy. Total lie. I love PDA. But I was like, I'm not a PDA type of guy. They were like, oh, okay, whatever. The friends left. I'm trying to figure out how to go. Now, keep in mind, this all happened within like 10 minutes. So I'm like, how can I leave without it seeming so weird? She's like, I called an Uber. As we're waiting for the Uber, she keeps trying to kiss me again. And I was like, I couldn't figure out a way, what to do, or what to say. So I just said to her, look, I'm really sorry. You don't look like this type of person that would normally have bad breath, but your breath is really bad right now. Oh my God. And I'm not really trying to kiss. She was like, and I just can't believe I said that. Like, I couldn't believe it. The smell was so bad. I'm telling you, the smell was so bad that I was like, you have bad breath. You have bad breath. This is where you guys are going to be like, what's wrong with you, bro? I got in the Uber. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, maybe when we get back to her place, I could be like, yo, like, we should both brush our teeth real quick. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe my breath is that bad. Like, I hope I don't have halitosis. I was like, what? She's like, halitosis. It's where you have bad breath and you can't help it. It's like a disease. And like the way she said it, I was like, oh, you definitely have halitosis. You know you have it.
Listen, say that. Hold up, time out. You saying don't hit me either. Your breath stunk for 3 years and nobody told you. Because it's hurtful.
You guys, how bad must her breath have stunk? Her breath must have stunk. It must have caused for you know, when you click your the way they portrayed her breath, the effect it was having on people, I was actually scared to imagine how badly it could have stunk. I genuinely used to wonder, and this situation here, oh my goodness. Picture this, you're stuck on the Ferris wheel, yeah, with the stinkiest, the super. To make matters worse, the person with said breath wants to kiss you? What? How you even curled up in the corner like that? I promise you the breath was outrageous. It was violent. It was scrapping him. What was it that she used to eat? She used to eat like a garlic and anchovy pizza, and that's what made the breath smell that bad. That's what made her breath really, really stink. And ever since I watched this episode and I heard about that combination, I just thought, please never bring that near me in any capacity. I'm telling you, whoever scripted this did a very, very, very good job at making the audience understand that that breath is not nice. Remember, the whole thing was they didn't want to tell her because they felt bad, because also her dad was Jimmy Star, so then he's obviously the head of the record label that was signing Austin. So then it's like, it's all at the end of the day, you gotta weigh it out, because the way that breath was making you react, it must have been violent.
Have you ever been talking to someone and suddenly realized they have really bad breath, and the awkward part is you don't know whether to tell them? You start looking away. Maybe you take a little step back. Maybe you offer them a mint and hope they get the message. But here's the thing nobody wants to talk about. Bad breath is real, and for some people, it isn't just because they ate garlic, forgot to brush their teeth, or had coffee that morning. We're talking about something called halitosis, persistent bad breath that can have different causes, and sometimes your mouth is actually trying to tell you that something isn't right. And here's the uncomfortable part. A lot of people who have bad breath don't even know they have it, and that's because you can get used to your own smell. So while you're walking around thinking everything is fine, the people around you may be noticing something completely different. And this is exactly why I wanted to talk about it, because people joke about bad breath all the time, but behind the jokes there are real people dealing with this problem, sometimes for years, and they may not even understand why it's happening. So before we proceed, let me play you a few more clips on this, and then I'll come back with more commentary.
Mentally, oh wow, that's crazy. That came from your asshole. There's a tunnel that goes straight from your mouth to your asshole, and it caught wind. That was a fart backwards, nigga. What was that?
Gang, my breath do not stink, bro.
Bro, it don't smell right.
No, listen, I think
you smell sick.
I'm gonna be honest.
You smell sick. You need a checkup.
And I love to kiss. I am that kind of romantic. Kiss the hell out of you once you're my people's. We're in a committed relationship, holidays. I will kiss the hell out of you. I will sit and neck for days. Because I like a good kiss. Somebody could kiss you and you just come on yourself. Yeah. And that's why I'm always looking for somebody with nice teeth. Nice, clean teeth and good breath, because having good breath is a prerequisite to kissing. It has to be. It's a turn off. You can't be kissing me, your breath smell like doo-doo. No. And I wanna say too that from a child coming up, I've always thought that if you have white teeth, your breath must be smelling good. And so when I'm looking at somebody that I want to date or whatever, the first thing I'm looking at is his mouth. And if he has white teeth, then his breath must smell so good. Imagine my heartbreak to see somebody this morning, white teeth and all, looking so fine. Good morning. Good morning, how are you? Stopping and saying something to my bald ass. And listen, all of my eyelash, my eyebrows, everything shringing off, girl. Cause why you talking to me? Your teeth nice, all of this, and the breath coming out of your mouth? Is that how? Why is your teeth whiter than my t-shirt? But your mouth kicking like Van Damme? Is it a cultural thing? I need to be corrected, because from I was younger coming up, I was always, it was always a thought that your teeth, your white teeth means good breath. I go to my dentist like so often. I clean twice a year. I make sure as soon as I see something without my teeth, I go to the dentist. And girl, I have all of my teeth, even my wisdom teeth. I've been pushing my dentist to please white my teeth. Please white, because I'm a coffee kind of girl, and sometimes in the evening I'll drink a glass of a red wine. I love sweet wine, and I'll drink a glass of wine. You understand? And so, because I'm 50 years old, the stains will come on my... I go to the dentist, they clean it, everything, but with age, it's not going to be white as it used to be. And I keep going back and forth with my dentist. Can you just white my teeth? Because I'm thinking, if a man likes me and he's having the same kind of thought processes as I do, you look into my mouth, and my teeth is not as white as my goddamn t-shirt. But let me tell you something. I will blow on you. I will blow on you. No, I'm not gonna tell you first thing in the morning, because I'm a fat girl. I eat all kind of shit. I brush my teeth before I go to my bed. But you never know what that cheese is bringing up in the morning, girl. So I don't blow in your face. Some men don't care, some men don't care. But you know, whatever. But I'm saying, throughout the day, I don't do them shit. And if I feel like I'm having sinus problem and it's draining, I clean my teeth more often. I have a bubble gum. But why? Why? You're not old. Your teeth is white, but you have halitosis in capital letters. It's not halitosis with the first one being capitalized and the rest of them being common letters, but everything halitosis. Why?
We ain't honest enough about hygiene. Cause you'll be told no one shoots 100% from the field. Trust, I know. I know. It has been times where I went in my drawers, saw some dookie streaks. That's on me. There had been times when I was a kid when I would do that. First time I knew I was musty was my mama said, "Kobe, you smell like Chinese food." For y'all know, St. Louis Chinese food ain't the best smelling smell on the body. On the food, it's fire. But everybody's breath be tart at some point. And it's okay. Nobody's shooting 100% from the field. But the thing is, what I've learned, especially having a retainer, kissing and stuff now, a lot, your breath can't just be lacking at 2 p.m. because you ain't did nothing all day. Put some on that tongue. Put some water on that tongue, man. It could be a seltzer. Honestly, it could be a coffee. I prefer it to not be coffee, but it could be anything. Just put some on that tongue. Because if your tongue go parched for more than 1 hour, your breath stink. I don't care what you did before that. Your breath is foul. I know. I was coming from a guy who had foul breath.
Severe halitosis or bad breath is not because of lack of hygiene. So no amount of tongue scraping or brushing your teeth or rinsing your mouth is going to help you if you have stomach issues. So there is a very clear connection of lack of stomach acid or not adequate amount of stomach acid and halitosis. Also constipation. But constipation would also give you a white tongue. So like this, but coated in white, even if you brush your teeth, even if you do all of this. So you may know that your halitosis has something to do with your stomach when you have acid reflux, you have chronic cough, you feel nauseous sometimes, you feel excessively full, or you have severe food sensitivities. All of those are indications that you have gut issues, obviously, and therefore your halitosis is not going to heal by just doing more hygiene. In fact, it's not gonna do anything, at least not in the long run. And that's why healing your gut is so important. And
I get this question often. What causes halitosis? Halitosis is really bad breath caused by usually an underlying health issue that people don't know they have. As far as kidney and liver failure, gastrointestinal disorders, smoking can cause bad breath. Fasting and dieting, diabetes, poor hygiene, not brushing your tongue can lead to some serious issues, or not flossing can lead to gum disease, which smells horrible. Some foods can cause halitosis, and also tonsil stones.
Bad breath is the foul fumes from rotten food in the digestive tract caused by constipation. It can be caused by liver problems, tooth decay, inadequate protein digestion, foreign bacteria in the mouth, gum, throat, or nose infection, indigestions, improper diet, and or food combining and inadequate dental care.
If you've got bad breath that won't go away, your mouthwash probably isn't the issue. I'm Dr. Paul Frooms, gastroenterologist, and after 30 years of treating gut issues, I can tell you, chronic bad breath, especially from volatile sulfur compounds, is rarely just a dental problem. Now here's what most people don't know. The bacteria that are producing those smelly sulfur compounds live in two places, your mouth and your gut. Now you can scrub your tongue raw, but if you have an overgrowth of sulfur-producing bacteria in your gut microbiome, then the smelly gases that are produced in your gut are rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream and then breathed out through your lungs. However, there is a solution. Now we can test both the oral and the gut microbiome to identify exactly which smelly gas-forming bacteria in the mouth or the gut or both are causing the problem. That way, there's no more guessing and no more wasting money on redundant treatments like mouthwash and special toothpastes.
Bad breath, but your breath is really bad right now. Oh my God. And I'm not really trying to kiss.
Nothing can kill the mood faster than some stanky breath. Nobody wants to be meeting up with somebody for the first time and have a guy make a video about your halitosis. So I'm here as a dental hygienist to help. If you are in this situation, I got you. And I hope this girl sees this. He goes on in the video saying that the girl said that she has halitosis, aka halitosis, and that it's something that she can't do anything about, that she just has bad breath. I'm here to tell you that there are things that can help you with your bad breath. Numero uno, make sure you are taking great care of your oral health. Nothing stinks more than decaying food and decaying flesh in your mouth. So here's what you gotta use. Floss. Floss is going to help remove those pieces of decaying food in your gums that can actually be quite stinky. Next of my faves is a travel toothbrush. This one is by Burst Oral Care, available on TikTok Shop. This one's amazing if you are going out to the bar because you can just stick it in your purse, and if you need a brush right before you're meeting that special someone, you can freshen up with the Burst Curve. So make sure your teeth are excellently cleaned before your date. A tongue scraper. A lot of the bad breath germs live on your tongue, and there's actual food and disgusting stuff that can get stuck on there. So you got to scrape your tongue, guys. Scrape it, scrape, scrape, scrape. If basic oral hygiene is not cutting it for you, try an oral probiotic like this one from Burst. These are great because they help to influence the good bacteria in your mouth, because there are plenty of bad bacteria that live in there and they're stinky. So just pop one in, chew it up, and you're gonna have some fresh breath. I'm also gonna be that person that tells you to drink water, because if you have any sort of dry mouth, that smells.
Now, before we start laughing at what we just watched, let's talk about what is actually happening. Bad breath isn't simply about whether somebody brushes their teeth. Yes, oral hygiene matters. In fact, most bad breath starts in the mouth. Bacteria can build up on your teeth, around your gums, and especially on your tongue. And those bacteria can produce foul-smelling compounds that give breath that very recognizable odor, and that is one reason your tongue matters so much. Think about it. Your tongue isn't perfectly smooth. It has a rough surface with tiny structures that can trap bacteria, food particles, and other debris. So you can brush your teeth every morning and night, but if you're completely ignoring your tongue, you're potentially leaving behind one of the places where odor-causing bacteria can hang out. And then there are the gums. Persistent bad breath can sometimes be associated with gum disease. Plaque builds up around the teeth. The gums become irritated, and as gum disease progresses, deeper pockets can develop where bacteria can thrive. So when somebody says, I brush my teeth every day, so there is no way I can have bad breath, that's not necessarily true. And there are reasons too. Dry mouth is a big one. Your saliva is actually doing important work. It helps wash away food particles and keeps your mouth from becoming a perfect environment for odor-causing bacteria. When your mouth gets dry, the cleaning process is reduced. And that's why you can wake up in the morning with what we call morning breath. Your mouth has been dry for hours while you were sleeping. But if somebody consistently has dry mouth during the day, that's different. Certain medications, mouth breathing, and other conditions can contribute to dry mouth, and that can contribute to bad breath. And then we have another thing people don't always think about, tonsil stones. Those little white or yellowish pieces that can form in the tonsils can collect bacteria and produce a very unpleasant smell. Some people discover them and immediately think something terrible is happening. But tonsil stones can be one possible source of bad breath, and there are other possible causes too. Things like tooth decay, infections in the mouth, smoking, certain foods, sinuses or throat problems, and in some cases, conditions such as acid reflux. And that's why I don't think we should reduce every case of bad breath to just brush your teeth. Sometimes it really is that simple, and sometimes it isn't. Now let's talk about something that people spend a lot of money on when they're worried about their breath. Mints, gums, mouthwash, and don't get me wrong, some products can help, but there is a difference between masking an odor and dealing with the reason behind it. You can pop a mint into your mouth and suddenly feel fresh, but 20 minutes later, the problem may still be sitting there. Some cosmetic mouthwashes mainly mask the smell temporarily, while therapeutic mouthwashes can contain ingredients designed to help reduce odor-causing bacteria or compounds. But mouthwash doesn't replace brushing and cleaning between your teeth. So what can you actually do? Start with the basics. Brush your teeth twice a day with fluoride toothpaste. Clean your tongue gently. Clean between your teeth every day using floss or an interdental cleaner. Drink enough water. If you wear dentures, retainers, or other dental appliances, keep them properly clean. And don't ignore your dental checkups. These things sound simple, but they matter. But here's where I want to leave you with something important. If your breath smells bad once in a while after eating garlic, onions, drinking coffee, or waking up in the morning, that's not necessarily a reason to panic. But if you have been dealing with persistent bad breath that doesn't seem to go away, don't just keep buying stronger mints and hoping nobody notices. Pay attention, because your breath could be connected to something happening in your mouth, like plaque, tooth decay or gum disease, or something else that needs to be checked. I think it is important to see a dentist if bad breath doesn't improve after trying to deal with it yourself for a few weeks, especially if you also have painful, swollen or bleeding gums, toothache, or other dental problems. And there's another reason this conversation matters. People with bad breath can become extremely self-conscious. They stop wanting to talk closely to people. They cover their mouths when they speak. They avoid dating. They worry that everyone else is noticing. And sometimes they don't know what to do about it because nobody has ever actually explained what might be causing it. So this isn't about embarrassing people. It's the opposite. We need to be able to talk about it without making people feel dirty or ashamed, because halitosis is a real condition, and having it doesn't automatically mean somebody is lazy, dirty, or doesn't care about their hygiene. Sometimes there's something very simple that needs to change. Sometimes there's a dental problem that needs treatment, and sometimes the cause needs a proper medical evaluation. So if you've ever wondered whether your breath smells bad, don't just rely on your own nose. Ask someone you trust. It might be an uncomfortable conversation for 30 seconds, but knowing the truth is better than walking around worrying about it. And if someone you know has bad breath, maybe don't embarrass them in front of everybody. Tell them privately, because you never know how long they've been struggling with it. But bad breath is real. Halitosis is real, and it's something we should be able to talk about it without shame.
You want me a Ray?
I think you need to wash your mouth, bro.
What?
No, smells like a piss. Your mouth.
In here?
No.
To your mouth.
Your mouth.
Bitch ass nigga, what you say, nigga?
No, for real. Close your
bitch ass out of here.
Close your mouth.
Let me close my mouth.
If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Creators' handles are in the description box below, so go give them some support. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.